And this is, I called it partisan bickering is not the problem. And here's my very quick message. A candidate who shall remain unnamed, running for U.S. Congress, a Republican, had out a new spiel saying with their slogan, which was, end partisan bickering, vote for me and I'll do great things in Congress. The problem in Congress, in Washington, is not partisan bickering. The impeachment is not about partisan bickering. The impeachment is about removing the duly elected president, a campaign the left started before he was sworn in. They have tried on various other issues to bring about the impeachment of him, whether it was because of the non-existent Trump-Russia collusion, the obstruction argument, the pole dancer payoff argument, all those. The left has been determined to take this president out because he is upsetting the entire ruling class in Washington. The impeachment has nothing to do with the conversation between President Trump and Zelensky, or even the broader relationship between America and the Ukraine. It's all about taking out President Trump because he is upsetting the apple cart in Washington. But I want to make another deeper point about this. So we have this policy group that meets at my house. We have women who we meet once a month. We read all these policy papers. We discuss policy. We get way into it. It's fun. So one of my long-term friends who comes and, she's got all her opinions and she's fun. But really about halfway through it, this most recent time, she said, you know what? I'm just tired of the bickering. I'm tired of the battle. She goes, I'm sorry, Debbie. I'm tired of politics. She said, I want to sit home in my sweatsuit with my slippers on and watch Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm like, okay, you can do that. But I want to just say this about that. I understand that from a distance, things in Washington seem like it's just partisan bickering. It's just, the Democrats say this, Republicans say this, they bring up this witness, we have that witness. It's far more serious than that. It's far more serious. I'm going to say two things about it. One is, understand that the impeachment is about the determination of the American left to stop the Trump agenda. The Trump agenda, draining the swamp, reducing regulation in the federal government, reclaiming the idea of America as a strong, unique, extraordinary nation, which needs to have an enforceable border, getting America out of the Iranian deal, which was a surrender to the Iranian mullahs. President Trump has done historic, important, vital things in redefining and speaking up for America. This is what drives the left nuts. They cannot believe he simply is not subject to, he doesn't surrender to, he doesn't salute to what the left is trying to do. They are out of their minds with the idea that they are not in control. They can't control him, unlike even other Republican presidents who pretty much back down when criticized. He doesn't do that. This drives them crazy. That is what is happening in Washington. We can, and the other factor about this is what the left is really doing, and the other factor, it weaves through everything we talked about today, is the relentlessness of the radical left, the tyranny of the radical left. Whether it's college campus conversations, whether it is a conversation about whether or not how we're gonna do redistricting, whether we're gonna force people to spend money litigating idiotic points, whether we're going to argue and protect sanctuary cities, the left is relentless on, I could mention 24 issues in a row without even taking a breath, relentless in pushing their mission. They never relent. When you hear people on the right say, well, we got to work together, we got to end partisan bickering, understand, that's not how the Democrats hear that. When we say, let's work together, they hear Republicans are surrendering. It's like dealing with a terrorist. I'm sorry to sound so harsh. I have Democrat friends, Democrat family members who are nice people. I'm not talking about the nice little voters and the nice little lady next door or your grandmother. I'm talking about the cabal that runs the Democrat Party in this country. Who runs the left? They are relentless, tyrannical seekers of power. It's all that the agenda of the left is about, on issue after issue after issue. Every time people on our side signal, I'm kind of tired of it, can't we just watch Hallmark movies and stay home? No, the left is never going to go along with any type of agreement, of reaching partisan agreement. The left has a mission, which is simply the destruction of the concept of America, a country rooted in the idea that we each have the right to live in liberty because, as the Declaration recites, we are all created equal and have rights from God, and these are my words, simply because we were created. The left hates that idea. The left mindset hates the idea of individual liberty, of the whole concept of a country where you have your right to live in freedom. The left would take over the healthcare system without delay and without exception, and you will have no more healthcare freedom. We're going to hit healthcare, I think, on Thursday to tell you the latest things Elizabeth Warren's doing. The left would take over every facet, including regulating speech. They already have in their platform scolding religious freedom, mocking people who say they happen to believe that marriage is one man and one woman, mocking that as just dismissing the notion of seriousness of thought about religious liberty, that all it really is just a cover for LGBTQ discrimination. Please understand the left is the American left, the anti-American tyrannical left, is all about destroying the unique, extraordinary greatness of America. That's their mission, and that's why we don't get tired.